Ever heard of the Earth's crust, dripping
Yeah.
like honey? No. Yeah, me neither. Until now.
Okay.
But apparently that's what some scientists think is happening, like actually dripping. We're diving deep into this whole thing today. Lithospheric dripping. Lucky for us, we've got our expert here to break it down.
It's wild, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
it really makes you rethink what's happening beneath our feet. Geology 101 just got flipped on its head.
Right. So this is happening in Turkey.
Yeah, so there's this place, the Konya Basin. It's part of a larger plateau. And here's where it gets strange. The plateau itself, that's rising.
Okay.
But the basin, it's sinking.
So, like the opposite.
Yeah. Geologists were stumped. It's not your run-of-the-mill plate tectonics.
Because usually we're thinking earthquakes, mountains forming, that kind of thing.
Exactly. But this is different. It's a whole new way those plates can interact. Thus, lithospheric dripping.
Dripping. Okay. The article did mention lava lamps at some point. What's that all about?
Right. So imagine the Earth's crust, the solid bit, and under that, the mantle. Crazy hot, kind of gooey.
Okay, I'm with you.
Now, sometimes the crust, it gets denser than the mantle in that spot.
Denser how?
Think like a rock versus, I don't know, thick mud. The rock's denser, right?
Oh, right. Got it.
So just like those blobs in a lava lamp, this denser part of the crust, it can actually detach, and it starts to sink into the mantle. That's sinking, that's our dripping.
Hold on. Parts of the Earth's crust are just like breaking off and sinking down into the mantle. And this
Yeah.
could be happening all over.
That's what they're thinking. And it's not just the sinking. As that chunk of crust goes down, it's like pushing against the mantle. That's why the area around the basin is actually rising.
So it's pushing up while it's pulling down.
Exactly. It's wild.
How'd they even figure this out? It's not like there's a sign, right?
Well, it started with satellite images. They noticed something weird.
Satellite images, what'd they see? Like a giant sinkhole or something?
Kind of. It was the shape of the basin that really tipped them off. It was almost perfectly round.
Round. So,
Well, if it were just normal plate tectonics, the
Yeah.
pushing and pulling, you'd expect to see more of a line, like a crack.
right, like a fault line.
Exactly. But this was a circle, a big sinking circle. They got them curious.
So how do they even check? Dig a giant hole?
Huh? No. They use seismic imaging. That's how they see beneath the surface.
Ugh, sound waves, right. Like an ultrasound, but for the Earth.
Exactly. And what they saw under that basin, let's just say it confirmed their suspicion.
Which were?
Remember how we talked about the crust getting denser?
Yeah, the lava lamp thing.
Right. Well, the imaging showed this super dense zone in the mantle, right where that dripping should be happening.
No way. They could actually see the dripped crust.
Well, not see exactly, but the density readings, that was the smoking gun.
Makes sense. But scientists always got to be sure, right?
Right.
The article mentioned something about a lab experiment. Did they really recreate this whole dripping thing?
They did. It's pretty amazing, actually.
Okay, so how do you even, make a miniature Earth?
Well, they used a bunch of silicone.
Silicone? Like what, caulk?
Yeah, basically,
Uh,
to represent the Earth's crust. Then they used ceramic beads for the mantle, all submerged in a big tank of fluid.
Okay, I'm picturing a lava lamp in a fish tank in a science lab. Am I close?
Pretty much. The cool part is, by tweaking the density and all that, they can actually make the silicone crust break off and sink, just like they thought was happening in Turkey.
No way. They made a mini Earth and made it drip. Science is so cool. But okay, this is all one spot in Turkey, right? What are the chances this is happening anywhere else? So it's like a global dripping party. And we weren't even invited.
Well, we're just figuring it out ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are other places that look suspiciously like Konya.
Really?
Where? The Andes Mountains, for one.
Wait, the Andes, those huge mountains, you're saying they could have formed because of some underground dripping?
It's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's happening there and in Turkey,
Yeah.
who knows how many other spots are out there? We might have been looking at this all wrong.
It's like finding out trees can talk.
Kind of. This discovery, it just opens up a whole new world of questions and possibilities. It could change how we understand everything. Mountains, valleys, even where to find, oil and gas.
Okay, that's huge. From one weird basin to, rewriting the geology textbooks.
Right. And it just goes to show we still don't know everything about our own planet.
That's both amazing and slightly terrifying. So for anyone listening who's now wondering if their backyard is about to turn into a sinkhole, what's the big takeaway?
Don't panic, but, stay curious. The Earth is way more dynamic, way more alive than we think. There's still so much to learn.
I'm definitely curious and a little freaked out, but mostly curious. A huge thank you to our expert for, being an expert. And to everyone listening, thanks for diving deep with us. Until next time, keep looking down, but maybe not directly below you.